Now, around 80 former residents of a Nottinghamshire children's home have reported being sexually abused there.
The figure has emerged as a national inquiry set out how it's going to investigate the local care system. Well, our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball is here. Tell us more, Jeremy.
Yeah, this all emerged at the independent inquiry into child sexual abuse. Now, that's been told that there have been complaints now involving more than 30 Nottinghamshire children's homes, that there was decades of abuse on an industrial scale. Now, the problem is they're only going to have 3 weeks to hear all the evidence. So they're planning to decide who's accountable by focusing in on 4 case studies. And one of those is the old Beechwood Children's Home. That's been chosen because of the sheer scale of what's emerged. Around 80 people have now said they were sexually abused there as children. There have been over 100 compensation claims relating to Beechwood, and there'll be a particular focus on Andres Logins, who was jailed for abusing children there. The inquiry wants to know why an earlier allegation against him was retracted and why that didn't emerge when he got involved with fostering.
The inquiry is also planning, I gather, to hear from survivors who were fostered. Is that right?
Yeah, and that's because almost 100 other people have said they were abused while they were in foster homes, sometimes by the children of their carers. And that's why the inquiry also wants to hear about what's known as peer-to-peer abuse. The final case study they're suggesting at the moment involves another children's home called Woollerton House. Now, that's where several children were sexually abused by members of staff. One was even accused of telling a girl to prostitute herself and then give him the money. And that home has been suggested because there's already evidence there from previous investigations.
And we had any reaction from the survivors?
We have. They want the inquiry to focus instead on cases where there aren't any documents, and that's really because they want to challenge what they're calling a culture of secrecy. We're likely to hear evidence from some of these survivors, and if you've been affected, well, you can get more help here from a new survivor support service. Here's the number and the email address coming up shortly. As for the
Jerry, could you read out the number?
We'll bring that later on. As for the city and county councils, well, they both tell me they're committed to helping the independent abuse inquiry.
All right, Jeremy.
Thank you.